Hey YouTubers, my name's Jackie and I don't have a lot of time, so I'm going to make this real quick. I want you guys to go with me through my journey for my bariatrics bypass surgery, and I'm just going to briefly say my weight, my height, and then I'm going to go into what happened when I went to the seminar. Okay, my height is 5'5", almost 5'6", and I weigh 433 pounds. My BMI is 71. Okay, now I'm not going to go anything else about me. I'll make another video in more detail about myself so you can get to know me. But for right now, I'm just going to go through the seminar because I think you people need to know what happens at the seminar and then what happens after the seminar before you get to your pre-op and post-op and all of that and your scheduled date. Okay, so we're starting from scratch here. Okay, now I went to the seminar about a week ago, and when you come into the seminar, they basically have envelopes that you're going to pick up. You're going to sign in. If you have a guest with you, you're going to put your guest name on there with you. When you come in, there's tables and chairs that you're going to sit at, and you're going to pick up some cards. Okay, now the first person that's going to talk to you is the internist, and she's also a surgeon, and she's going to go into detail about each particular surgery that's available to you, and she's going to go into the pros and the cons for each one. I am going to have the bypass, like I told you. I'm not for the lap band, and I did not want the sleeve. That's just my personal preference, and I'm not going to go into great lengths of, you know, how the procedure is done and this, that, and the other, okay? That'll be for another time because I don't have a lot of time on my, you know, for YouTube. They only gave me 15. Okay. So when she talks to you about that, and she tells you about nutrition and all this stuff, then the surgeon's going to come in, and then he's going to talk to you, and he's going to explain to you also about the surgeries, how long he's been doing the surgeries, what's new, what's out now. He's going to tell you what's going to happen after if you decide to have the surgery done there or have it done. In particular, what each step what's going to come before you even see him. There's a lot of stuff that we have to do before we even get to him. Okay, and once he gets to him, then he's going to sit down after he's looked at all your documentation, and he's going to suggest what you should probably have or talk to you about and find out what you're comfortable with. Then, you know, obviously you get a scheduled date. Now, I'm going to go through the paper that they gave me. And I'm going to try to make it as quick as possible because you people need to know this. The most important thing about this is insurance, of course. And the last person that comes to talk to you is a nurse. And the nurse goes into the insurance part of it. And then she goes into the process and the steps that you have to take before you even get to the doctor. So the first thing she told us to do was to pull out this piece of paper right here, and it's about the insurance. Okay, I'm understanding Blue Cross and Blue Shields and Aetna covers it, straight Medicaid covers it, Medicare covers it, HAP covers it, different ones of HAP covers it. They gave us a list of the insurance companies that do cover it, and McLaren. Myself, I have McLaren. I don't know if you heard of that or not. It's part of Medicaid, and as of June, I will have Medicare. So, which will be my primary care. So anyway, let me tell you. First of all, the first thing you do, step one, is you call your insurance company, okay? And you're going to ask 3 questions. 1, do I have a benefit in my insurance policy that covers bariatric surgery? Remember, do I have benefits in my insurance policy for bariatric surgery? It's a reason why you say it like that. 2, billing codes. You want to ask the billing code for each one. Okay, 3, do I need to meet the requirements of a medically supervised weight loss program for 6 months. This is important. The insurance companies are not going to just okay you. First of all, they're not going to be like, oh, here you go, you can have the surgery tomorrow. No. Okay, anybody been through this process knows that's the whole nutshell. They want you to go through a medically supervised program for 6 months. I'm not going to go into great detail of what that is, but I'm going to tell you what it's about, okay? Now, how can I say this? Okay. Depending to me on the person's situation, your health, your weight, probably your BMI will determine how fast the insurance company will accept you, okay? I'm sure if you like morbidly obese and have diabetes and hypertension and sleep apnea, they say those are requirements anyway. Sleep apnea, some type of arthritis, hypertension, and diabetic, those conditions, you need to have those. You don't need to have them because I'm sure people that had surgery didn't have those. But most people, we associate with one of those at least. I know I do. I associate with all of them, hell, besides the diabetes. Okay, so anyway, after all of that, and you wait the 6 months, okay? Some people get 3, like I said, and some people might get a couple of weeks. This is what you do before that, okay? Once you find out that you got the insurance, and you have got to find a weight control place. Now, I don't know how it goes everywhere else, but I know at my particular place that I'm going, I don't have to find a psychologist and all that stuff. They have a weight control program there. So once you do the seminar, and after they give you all the information that they have, then you make an appointment, like I did. And the weight control thing is basically this: you get a medical evaluation. With my package, it's a copay of $99, which is due at the visit. But I don't have to pay any more from here on out. I'm always going to go here for my profit, so that's what that $99 covers. We're going to have a psychological assessment, a nutrition assessment, an exercise consultant. Some may have a stress heart test. It may be necessary, and sleep study. Those two, they may be. Okay, then you got your follow-up visits, which is a monthly follow-up visit with a medical provider, a dietitian, and an exercise psychologist. Okay, the final preparation, surgeon consultation. You got your meal replacement, diet instructions, and your bariatric group instructions for bariatric surgery and sleeve or whatever, primary for the black man. Okay, those are the steps. Call your insurance company. Okay, then you're going to pay for your weight control center thing, which is your medical evaluation, okay? Now, to break it down, your medical evaluation, she told me it's going to be 2.5 hours. That's the first thing you do. When I go on June the 5th, that's the first thing I'm going to do. I'm going to have my evaluation, which consists of, at the first visit, the physician will do a complete assessment and discuss surgery options with you. You will have time to ask questions if needed. You will be given referrals for other testing at this visit, like stress test or a sleep study if he feels like you deem that. So my first visit, I'm going to talk to him. They're going to take some tests. They're going to take some blood. They're going to do all those things. My understanding is an hour of this is going to be paperwork, and an hour and a half of it is the rest, okay? Now, after that, you're going to see your psychologist, and this is also an hour visit. This visit has 2 components: a face-to-face session with a psychologist and a completion of a psychological test that will help to identify issues that could complete recovery, okay? That could complete recovery, okay? So you're going to have a face-to-face, and then you have a psychological test. Based on these results, you may be asked to schedule a follow-up session, okay? Now, and then you got your nutrition assessment with a registered dietitian, and that's also an hour, okay? At this visit, the dietitian will assess your eating habits and understanding of good nutrition. You will be asked to make a commitment to lose at least 5% of your body weight. Someone who weighs 300 pounds would need to lose at least 15 pounds, okay? Give you some idea. prior to the surgery to help minimize surgical complications. The dietitian will instruct you on a diet plan for the weight loss, which will begin your process of making lifestyle changes. You will follow up with the dietitian on a monthly basis. So therefore, for the 6 months, you will be checking in. I believe it's just once a month. You have to, excuse me, you have to check in once a month. It's imperative. You cannot miss, okay? And that's what the nurse told us. And then you got your exercise consultant with an exercise psychologist, and that's a half an hour. The primary role of exercise at this point is to enhance your fitness prior to surgery. A higher level of fitness will enable you to better tolerate the stress of surgery. The exercise psychologist will take time to discuss your exercise history and current activity level. A plan will be established to ensure your activity is safe, comfortable, and effective. You will also receive a pedometer to track your activity throughout the day. Okay? So these are the steps that you have to take, and this is what happens. Okay? Now you're doing all of this good stuff. Let me see. 3. Follow-up. After the primary assessments are complete, you will follow up with the physician, dietitian, and exercise psychologist on a monthly basis until approved for surgery. There you have it. Okay, so your final preparation, step 4, is meal replacement diet instructions, and that's a half an hour. The surgeon have found that patients who are on a meal replacement diet prior to surgery have better surgical outcome. A dietitian will instruct you on the diet, and you will be on it for at least 2 weeks prior to surgery. So this is the diet everybody's going on, the liquid diet they have to do, if it's 3 days or it's just a couple of days before, okay? And then basically, you got your surgery diet instructions, and that's it. So these are the things that we're going to have to go through in order for us to have the surgery. So now, you know my weight, you know my height, my age is 45, and I'm hoping that I don't have to wait the whole 6 months to have the surgery. But if I do, it's okay, as long as I get it done. The most important thing is to be healthy and to be strong. Okay? So thanks for listening to me, ladies and gents, and I'll be back. And when I do come back, I'm going to film from the time that I go through my first weight control date to see the physician and all that good stuff. Okay?